Hello, seventh grade. This is Miss Fritz. I am here to show you how we're going to make a Bitmoji locker this year. We want to do this for seventh graders because it's a little bit different this year. You don't get to see each other all the time, but we still want to get to know you. And another thing we're doing this for is because you don't have lockers. So if you were going to deck out your locker this year, if you had access to your locker, how would it look? We want to make them so we can all see what they're going to look like. Okay. So there's two options and two ways you can do this. Either way, the outcome is the exact same, okay? It will look like this. Obviously, you can choose your Bitmoji how it's standing, but it looks like a common theme is that people choose the one where it's pointing. Whichever one you want, as long as it's full body, I would say, that's probably the easiest and best way that it'll look. So option one is that you go to this website. If you click into this and you click Make It has the background there for you. You can insert your Bitmoji. It works super easily. It'll help you do it step by step. It'll do one image at a time, obviously, but in the end, you'll export that image. So instead of it being a bunch of little images independently, it'll be one picture. So you can't, after you export it, you cannot edit it. You have to make sure that it's finalized once you export your image. So the option two is doing it directly in this slide deck. You can do it in this slide deck if you're more comfortable with working with Google Slides. Either way, like I said, they're the same outcome, but you can do it, and the background that you can use is in slide 6 of this. You have to make sure with whichever way you're doing that you're inserting images through Google using the words transparent so that there's no background. So if you look here, this Bitmoji's background has like a coffee, but you can see the edges around it. But if you search transparent, my coffee doesn't have like a white square or anything around it. You want it to just be that image. But if not, you want it to be like a poster or something like that, and you want it to not be like this white one. If you want it to just be a poster, totally fine. But it looks a little better and independent when it's transparent, so it's not just thrown in there. Another thing before I show you some examples, once you're done, you need to save it as your last name _locker. So mine would be Fritz _locker, and then I would share it with my advisory teacher, okay? So whoever that is, if you have a question about your advisory teacher, just ask, because I know cohort teachers is a little bit different. So option one is going to this website. This is my outcome from that. So like if I click this, I can't move my Bitmoji now. This is one picture, and it has this watermark, which is totally fine. But I cannot move this. This is done, said and done, okay? So you see I have a bunch of images here. Anything you want to put in. I even have pictures that I uploaded from my computer. Whatever you would like to do, totally fine, okay? Option two, I did it directly in slides. I used this slide. Actually, I used this slide, which is what you will use to work with it. But here, I can click independent things. I can remove them. I can shape them. Anything you want to do. So let's say that my Bitmoji got stuck behind a poster or got stuck behind the whole image. I don't want that to happen. So I will right click wherever that is, click order, click bring to front. Okay. So let's say that my poster, I don't want it behind that finger. I want it in front. Click order, bring to front, and it covers that up. Don't want it there, order, send backward. There it is. Okay. So you can play with that, choose it, resize, whatever you want to do. If you want to look up an image, you push insert image, search the web, look up transparent, and then you can look up logo, you can look up cartoon. I looked up Spotify last. So if I want to look up like food, I want to look up cartoon, transparent, food. Those are just some keywords that I would use, cartoon, transparent kind of things, because it is a little bit more cartoony looking. I want this donut. Let's say love it, love donuts. I'll insert it. I will resize it because I don't want it to be that huge. And maybe I want this donut in my hand. Or maybe I want it on the finger. Or maybe I want it by my coffee, because that makes sense, okay? Whatever you want to do, you can put it wherever, you can change it, anything like that, okay? So you really do have free reign on how you do these. Either way, they come out to these two things. If you want it to have like checkpoints of things you need to do, this last slide has things that you should go put on it, and you can ask your teacher too. So once you do that, submit it to your teacher, and then we'll do that from there. Awesome. Have fun.